Hello to our happy community. Hope your day is going positively well. Today we are going to make a soup, stewish. It's like a stew, but like a soup. And so some of the ingredients that we have are some olive oil, because I'm going to slightly oil the saucepan, and I will be putting some cabbage in there, browning that cabbage up a little bit along with some of its other components, which will be some tomatoes, some diced up tomatoes. I'm trying not to get the shadow, but anyways, and some radish and some cilantro. I also have some potatoes boiling. I decided to boil potatoes instead of like frying them, or I wouldn't say frying, but let's say saucing them in the pan. I just decided to boil them, and we'll see how that comes out. We will also be using some garlic and herb pasta sauce for the sauce as well. I did peel onion, but onions just seem not to be hitting the spot for me. I just feel like I feel like I'm like sweating them out and everything, and I'm just like, just the smell of onions is not getting me. So the book that I've been reading this week on and off is The Healing Code, and I just thought to add this into the video due to the fact, you know, hey, get to know me. This is something that I'm doing, and this is one of the books that I am reading. One out of many. I'm on and off with the books, so you know, that's one thing about me is I tend to skim through. I don't want to say that out loud, but yes, that's me. I tend to skim through the books. There's a little ritual I do. Okay, so I will show you the process of how this is done. Yes, we can. Okay, so I'm about to put some extra olive oil, virgin olive oil, into the saucepan. And then my son, I'm going to wait for that to heat up a little bit. My son had a question for me about would I eat seafood? And I told him no, because it, you know, first of all, I don't even know what got me started into eating seafood, because I'm allergic to seafood, so it kind of makes my throat kind of itchy and swollen. And so back then I used to eat seafood, but not as much as, you know, a person that really likes seafood. So I would just have, you know, a little bit, but now he's asking me the question, would I eat seafood? And I told him no, because I don't prefer to eat seafood. And also he asked me, would I go back to China Harbor? Is that what you said? In San Antonio, Texas? And I told him no, I wouldn't. Everything has changed for me, and you know, I feel like everything has changed for the better. So that being said, I'm over here messing with the cabbage. So that being said, I feel like things are changing for the better, and so, you know, when things are changing for the better, you don't want to go backwards. You want to continue to move forward in that direction that's, you know, that's more beneficial for you, you know what I mean? So that being said, my plans isn't to go backwards. My plans is to continue to move forward and prosper and grow. Okay guys, I just put the cabbage inside of the saucepan. And we're going to let this heat up a little bit. And then we're going to add the other stuff to it. So as the cabbage is browning, I'm going to go ahead and put the cilantro, the tomatoes, and the radish inside of in here. Alright, we're going to let that heat up and brown a little bit. I don't know why I'm using a knife to stir, but I am, so. And that looks good, doesn't it? Yes. I have Rhapsody holding the camera for me. We don't have the stand here in Seagraves, and I have the children visiting me, so they're here in Seagraves visiting me and spending some time with me. I am going to start cutting the potatoes that I had boiling, and I'm also going to place that in there as well. Okay, so it's coming out really beautifully. The one thing that I did not do is I did not put the onion in there due to the fact I'm just not feeling the onions right now. And so I have the potatoes. I have the potatoes right here, and I'm going to wait to put those in because I boiled the potatoes, and so they're still soft. I don't want them to become like a mashed potato, so I'm not going to put them in just yet. And I also have the garlic and herb sauce ready to go, and so I will be putting that in there now. I will also be adding some water. I'm gonna be real with you guys, I'm not really even hungry. I'm just trying something new, something different. I'm trying to get the sauce to come out a certain kind of way, and so basically like I'm just putting in some practice, putting in practice. Okay, we're gonna let that sit. So I would like to conclude while I'm making this and talking to you guys, I would like to conclude that when you make changes to better yourself, it is best not to go backwards. You made those changes for a reason. Keep up with the good habits that you're replacing with. You're replacing the bad habits, and you're replacing them with good habits to better yourself in order to become your best version of yourself. And so that being said, do your best not to go backwards. You know, there's a reason why you're doing what you're doing. Keep moving forward, and don't let anything stand in your way. The source is guiding you to where it is that you need to be, or where it is, I'm gonna just say it like that, where it is that you need to be. And so that being said, trust your intuition, trust your gut feeling, and do beautiful things. Life is beautiful, and it doesn't have to be dreadful and end of sorrow. Life can be so beautiful, and we're here doing beautiful things together. So continue to enjoy life. Okay, I just put the seasonings in there. Some of the seasonings that I put in there were black pepper, curry, some ground turmeric, some ground ginger, ground cumin, some crushed red peppers, and some Italian seasoning.